Alright, day 20. I am going to go find a building and I'm going to go paint it. It is not as early in the day as I wanted it to be, but I am going earlier than I did last time, so a little bit. I did sleep a lot better yesterday though. I got a full 9 hours of sleep, so I think today is going to be good, hopefully. We'll see. This is today's painting. I was really playing with what to make blend into the white and what not, and I don't know if it quite looks right like that. I don't know, maybe this is just too intense, so it looks like it's floating in the middle of nowhere. Even though there is color here, it's just not picking up on my camera that well. Before I talk about this painting though, I want to tell a little story about today. So before I went painting, I went to the store to get some food because I realized that I was really hungry and I wanted to eat before I painted. And when I was checking out, my card kept getting declined because I didn't have enough money on it to buy the stuff I was getting. So it got declined twice. So then I was going into my app to try to transfer some of my money from my savings onto my card, and while I was doing that, this guy came up to my self-checkout station and just paid really quickly for my food, and I was so shocked. I was just like, oh, you don't have to do that, or like, that's fine. I was taken aback because he put the card down so quickly and I had no idea who this person was, and he said something along the lines where, I know it can be frustrating, so don't worry about it. And I said thank you. It was just really touching, and I was feeling very burnt out today, like yesterday, so it was just kind of nice to have that randomly happen. Humanity can just be nice sometimes, and it really reminds you that it's good to be that person. So I was just reminded that, like, good deeds aren't unnoticed. Good deeds don't go unnoticed, and they can really make someone stay. I should start doing good deeds more often. And I told him, I said, oh, I'll pay the favor forward. I want to make sure that I do that at some point. It made me motivated to do this painting. I did a lot of detail in it. If I ever see him again, I'll give him a painting. Hopefully they're better by the time I see him again. I think he deserves a better painting. Anyway, back to the painting. My colors are a little bit light. I don't have that much contrast. I think that's what's been getting me recently, is the contrast isn't that good. There isn't a ton of darks and lights. But what I realized is the few paintings earlier that I did that have really good contrast are very vibrant. I talked in the videos of those paintings how my colors are very saturated, and that's what helped get me the contrast. And I think what's happening now is I don't want to rely on using the super vibrant colors. I want to have more neutral and desaturated colors, but also have contrast. because I like muted colors more than saturated colors. I can appreciate saturation, and I do have a better appreciation for watercolor and how it looks saturated. But there's a saying, like, you want the medium to shape around you, you don't want to shape around the medium. So I think in my head, what's not quite working is that I know that the saturation is a little bit of a crutch, kind of like how if you put a lot of detail in things, you don't see that fundamentally your structure is wrong. So I don't want to hide from that, which means that I need to force myself to keep doing more desaturated colors like this, but figure out how to get that high contrast still, instead of using like really bright purples and blues for the shadows. I have 2 learning curves. Structurally, I'm just steadily improving. Color, I'm a little up and down. That one's a little more irregular. It's not embarrassing now to tell people that I'm doing 1 painting a day for 100 days. Because I will tell some people like, oh yeah, I'm doing this challenge where I'm painting 1 painting a day for 100 days. And then I'd have to say, oh yeah, I'm on like day 4. So I got my foot in the door. I have 20 paintings. I'm 20 paintings in. I don't tell anyone about my videos though, because that's freaking embarrassing. I don't want anyone I know to watch these videos. I haven't even told my family. Okay. I have this book that I've been putting all my paintings in. Oh, these are the really saturated paintings that I was talking about earlier. So they look really nice and they have a lot of contrast, but I think they're too saturated. I'm trying to get the more neutral colors. This holds 60 paintings, so I'll have to get another one by the time I get to 60. I'm not buying one yet, because I'm not going to buy one until I get to 60, because who knows, maybe I'll quit before then. Anyway, this will go in here. I think sleeping yesterday for the whole 9 hours has really helped. I'm feeling a lot better, just not as much fog. Not as much mental fog, and I was able to work almost 2 hours on that painting. Anyway, catch you tomorrow.